The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Hi, friends, and welcome inside Fred Rust Arena on this Saturday evening, September 14th, 2024. It is the home opener for the University of Delaware Blue Hens men's Division II ACHA hockey team as they take on the Georgetown Hoyas in the first half of a season home and home. And the first half of a two-game homestand to try to work back to 500 after dropping a pair at LaHaye Ice Center in Lynchburg, Virginia, against the Liberty Flames earlier this week. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box atop the stands at Fred Rust Arena. In advance of this game, Delaware dropped 2 to Liberty, as mentioned. They fell 8-1 on Thursday, 5-0 on Friday, but it was one of the rookies for this Blue Hens team who found the back of the Liberty net in the road trip down US 29. And that rookie from Lincolnville, Maine, Owen McManus, who today will be on the second line, along with Josh Flom and Austin Vecchio. We'll see some old standbys getting the start today up front. Brendan Stam, Ethan Sharp, and Pat Alensky. Pat Flaherty and Danny Downey, the starting defensive pair. Ryan Wirtz will get the call between the pipes, backed up by veteran Delaware netminder Joey Hooper. So there's a look at the Delaware lines for this Saturday evening tilt against the Hoyas. And we'll be underway here in roughly 8 minutes for the home opener of the Delaware Men's Division II Blue Hens hockey season. Line charts brought to you by our good friends at Limestone Pension Associates. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has crafted and administered qualified pension plans for small businesses and their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. And it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-LONG to schedule a free consultation or visit injuryde.com. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, Georgetown and Delaware will square off in the Blue Hens home opener. Coming up on the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. We are at go time for the 2024-25 home opener for the University of Delaware Men's Division II Blue Hens as they square off against the Georgetown Hoyas in Game 3 of the season after dropping 2 at Liberty earlier in the week. Without further ado, let's head inside the glass for tonight's Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Once again, hockey fans, good evening, and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. The American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Atlantic Coast Collegiate Hockey League present this evening's Men's Division II matchup between the visiting Georgetown University Hoyas and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet this evening's starting lineups. For the visiting Georgetown Hoyas, starting in goal, number 35, Matt Choi. On defense, number 6, Connor Lee. And number 28, Alex Almeida. At left wing, number 33, Phil Pikus. At right wing, number 22, Teddy Dyer. And starting at center, number 8, Will Bystrom. And now let's meet the starting 6 for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal, a freshman from Medfield, Massachusetts, number 35, Ryan Wirtz. On defense, a senior from Staten Island, New York, number 3, Patrick Flaherty. And a freshman from New City, New York, number 29, Danny Downey. At left wing, a sophomore from Ocean Township, New Jersey, number 18, Pat Olensky. At right wing, a sophomore from Dedham, Massachusetts, number 11, Brenton Staff. And starting at center, a senior from Wilmington, Delaware, number 15, Ethan Sharp. Your Blue Hens are coached by Vince Falkowski, Bob Stroik, and Dylan Green. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Rich John Doe and Owen Doan, and linesmen Bob Edwards and Nate Leon Guerrero. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? home of the brave. And for the first time of the 2024-25 regular season, it's time to play the game. Delaware moving left to right in opening period action in their home white sweaters, blue helmets, blue pants, backstopped for the first time by the freshman from Massachusetts, Ryan Wirtz. The Georgetown Hoyas, backstopped by Matt Choi, who a couple years ago handed Delaware a shootout loss on home ice. The juniors got the call in net for the Hoyas. Our crew here in the 412 Communications press box, Evie Hill, our videographer, our production assistant and statistician, is the one, the only Eli Swope. James Witherite joining you on the DHN airwaves. And Nate Leon Guerrero's got the opening faceoff between centers Ethan Sharp and Will Bystrom, who's accounted for 4 Hoya goals so far this season. Just about ready for the start for the 2024-25 home opener for the men's Division II Blue Hens. Sharp, Bystrom, set to go. It's time for some Saturday night hockey in the first state. And they're off. Hoyas pushing back into their own zone after conceding the initial draw. Almeida leaves the puck back to Lee directly behind the cage. This is cleared into the bench area and out of play. Just 14 seconds into the proceedings. This off a Georgetown stick. Stays inside. Sharp takes a check from behind the red line, and this will come back an icing. With only 23 seconds accounted for. In opening period play. Near circle faceoff. Goes the way of the defending Blue Hens, unable to clear up the far boards. That was Alinsky. Flaherty emerging from behind his own goal. Tries to flip this up ice. It's kept in barely by the toe of the stick of Teddy Dyer protecting the zone, but Flaherty does clear the second time round. Alinsky unable to work up the far boards amid traffic in the neutral zone. This is walked in by Phil Pikus the other way. He's steered behind the cage by Downey. Pikus off his backhand, ricochets the puck off the boards to Connor Lee. Across the line it goes to Almeida, his deep partner, who's pinched to the corner. Centering pass sails beyond the reach of Burnett. Controlled by Brendan Stam. Walk to center. He dumps the puck in the rest of the way, and the Hens will hustle off for a changing of the guard. 70 seconds into the first period. No score, no shots as yet either. Jack Allieri the other way, stonewalled by Lipinski just upon gaining the Delaware blue line. It's turned back the other direction, chased down by Selfie. Deep in Georgetown territory, but he can't clear. Austin Vecchio holds the right point, but can't walk in past defensive pressure from captain, the Torontonian Jay Kim for the Georgetown Hoyas, wearing number 17. Tip of the hat to Jay for getting us all the facts and figures in advance of this game on his Hoyas side. Thanks to Jay and the entire Georgetown crew for providing us all the stats and figures and everything else we needed leading up to this 2024-25 home opener. Almeida cannot clear. Holding the zone is Owen McManus, but the Maynard could not work forward. Here's McManus again after holding the point. He looks for a lane from 50 feet. Headman pass bounced off the stick of Vecchio looming net front. This is corralled and walked up the right side by Alex Almeida back through neutral territory. He's sticked at by Vecchio. stripped of the puck just inside the Delaware blue line. McManus the other way, and a 1-on-3 tries to pile drive his way past Andrew Fu, holding just inside the line. This is volleyed back across neutral territory, thrown by Lipinski, ahead to McManus again. He was the lone goal scorer for the Blue Hens in their series of defeats at Liberty, 8-1 and 5-0. The scores in Lynchburg, Virginia earlier in the week. Buckman foils the Georgetown clearing attempt, but he gives the puck away. Race for it in front of the Georgetown bench. It's tipped by Jake Quinn off his backhand into the far corner of the Georgetown zone. Leighton DeMasters plays the body on Selfie, who struggles to work the puck clear. Trying to push it forward up the far board was Epps. Selfie in a 3-on-2. This is an onside entry. Getting a shot away was Fu, stonewalled by Wirtz from point-blank range. And we've got a pause in play, 3 minutes and 3 seconds into the first period. Man down behind the Delaware goal. First shot of the game going the way of the Hoyas. Bystrom in to take the draw across from Vinny Variale. And onward we continue. First penalty of the game came against the Delaware Blue Hens. So the Hens on the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill for the first time tonight. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 6'8" and gets 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes, 15 seconds. In the first period. Gets 2 for boarding. Correction at 3:03 in the first period. So 51 seconds left on this Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. As Getz was ruled off at the 3:03 mark of the first. Selfie back in up the middle. Quinn tries to swarm Kim at the point far side. Buckman plays the body on Selfie. Burnett with time and space. Bodied off the puck, open ice by Olensky. Olensky working with Quinn, Buckman, and deeper back Downey on this first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the night for the Blue Hens. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Final 5 seconds on the penalty. A shot from the top of the circle from Almeida at a save by Wirtz, giving us a stoppage in play with just over 5 minutes gone in the first period of this scoreless hockey game. Vecchio in for the draw, across from Bystrom. Hens back to full strength. Successful on their first kill, allowing just one shot on goal. Pretty effective, all things considered, from the Blue Hens, but here, Jacob Christian, 7th D-man for the Hens, was stripped of the puck, nearly gave up an A-grade chance, but the Hens pushed through. This whistled offside by Bob Edwards, and we've got a pause in action with 14:36 to go in period number 1. Still no score, still no shots from the Blue Hens. 3-on-2 for the Hoyas from neutral territory. The drop pass from Bystrom led to a shot from Teddy Dyer, which was well wide. And this is halted with 14:06 to go. Face-off coming to Wirtz's right. Sharp in for the draw, and this is pushed out of harm's way by the Blue Hens. Downey across to Lipinski. He backhands the puck from just beyond center into the far corner of the Georgetown zone. Chan plays the body on Olensky, trying to dig the puck free is Brendan Stam. A two-a-side scrum directly behind Matt Choi. Stam looking for space, flips the puck up the far boards, but Lipinski could not hold the point. He recovers the puck back at center, drives it in up the middle of the Georgetown zone. Hens will change up with 13.5 minutes to go in the first period. This puck goes over the glass and out of play, and we've got a pause in the action with just over 6 minutes elapsed in opening period play from Fred Rust Arena. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Long and Greenberg will guide, the law office of Heather A. Long. Man, old habits die hard. We'll guide you through every step of the process from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-LONG to schedule a free consultation or visit injuryde.com. Same phone number, same URL, but it is now the law office of Heather A. Long, presenting sponsor of the Delaware Hockey Network. This out of play in the Delaware zone off a Delaware stick, so it stays a Delaware zone faceoff with 12:57 to go in opening period action from Fred Rust Arena, which, as we talked about last winter, a year from now will be the home to NCAA Division I women's hockey. Big things happening in the first state, but for now our attention is on this ACHA Men's Division II home opener for the Blue Hens. Still looking for that elusive first shot over the Georgetown Hoyas. They were slow out of the gate a fair bit last year. That's the case again here today after dropping 2 in Lynchburg. Fleming from behind his own goal. Hassled. Headmans the puck to Ryan Nicholson. Pair of rookies. There's the first shot of the game. Nicholson launches one in from distance right into the glove of Matt Choi. And we've got a pause with 12:06 remaining. In period number 1. Another shot, another save from Matt Choi, and shots are even at 2 now. Make it 3-2 as Dyer rolls right up the middle of the Delaware zone. Lost his footing as he tried to get one on net. And Wirtz came out to freeze. So now 11:47 to go in opening period action, and still no score from Fred Rust Arena. Failed Delaware counterattack. Pikus in a 1-on-3. Gets a shove in the back from Jake Quinn, but play continues on, says Owen Doan. Thought for sure there was grounds for a cross-check there, but we're going to stay 5-on-5. As Doan said, no advantage gained. Downey to Vecchio. Vecchio stonewalled up the middle by the reaching stick of Pikus. It comes back to Downey deep in the Delaware end. Delaware's swarm turnover and a shot from Bystrom, a second shot turned aside by Wirtz as well, so a pair of rapid-fire saves for the rookie Delaware netminder. Unable to emerge was Flaherty from traffic. Throwing the puck in was Landon Wayne, but it was wide of the cage. Lee gives way to Owen McManus. 1-on-2 for McManus. The Mainer tries to deke his way past Selfie, but it stood up at the dot, and we've got a penalty. With 10 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the first period. And our first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night is coming up. Learn more at desportsmed.com. Georgetown penalty was assessed to number 7, Jamie Selfie, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 28 seconds in the first period. Selfie, 2 for cross-checking at 9:28. Olensky working behind the net. Flaherty fans on the puck off the centering pass in the slot, and this is rifled clear by the Georgetown D-corps. Stam battles for the biscuit behind his own cage. Burnett's got him tied up. Now comes in the support, and this is covered up on the doorstep by Wirtz for a pause with 9:40 to go. In opening period action, D-zone turnovers, not what you want on the power play. And the face-off's going to come to the near side of Ryan Wirtz, who's saved all 5 shots he's faced. No, it's going to go to the opposite side. Nate Leon Guerrero saying that despite where the puck ended up, the play started on the opposite half of the rink. Second power play wave on for Delaware. This is Leighton DeMasters leaving the puck for Sharp. Both alumni of Salesianum. Sharp looking for space, and he comes up the right side. He's pinched to the near corner by Alieri. Taking the puck away was Musari, but he couldn't clear. Sharp's got it again, near corner. 40 seconds left on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. And the South Carolinian Sean Lipinski tried to throw it in from distance. Puck intercepted by Musari and cleared back to center. Here's Lipinski again. 9 to go in the first. Lipinski caroms the puck in behind the cage. Alieri takes a check from Flom, working below the cage. Lipinski now migrates to the far point. He bobbled the puck and lost the zone. Across it comes to Vinny Variale, who pulls back to his own blue line. Last 10 seconds on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Blue Hens. But it will come up fruitless for the Hens once again, as on the doorstep trying to jam the puck in. That was Sean Lipinski, but ultimately to no avail, as Choi comes up with the save. We'll see it again here. Shot was wide. Lipinski on the backhand could not get past Choi. And we remain 0-0 from Fred Rust Arena. This called offside. Georgetown counterattack, all for naught. And the draw comes above the Delaware stripe with 8:20 to go in opening period play. Variale Recovers for the Hens at his own line. Volleys the puck across neutral territory. It was turned back by Connor Lee the other direction. Muscled by Nicholson up the right wing boards. Around behind it goes Lawson. To Aiden Getz stepping up to the half wall. Variale gives this away to Lee. Lawson offering puck support, but this is swatted out of the way by Almeida. Holding the zone was Fleming for Delaware. Getz lobs one in. It was off the body of Bystrom looming close. Race for a loose puck at the near half wall goes the way of the Torontonian Jay Kim. Advanced to Bystrom up the left wing boards. He flips the puck in up the near wall. It caroms behind the goal and rolls to the base of the Delaware bench, where trying to push it free was Fleming to no avail. 7:17 to go in the first period of a 0-0 hockey game between Georgetown and Delaware. It is the Blue Hens Men's Division II home opener. Hens fans want to call. They're not going to get it. From Owen Doan. Save from Wirtz here. Brings us to a pause in the action with just over 7 minutes to go in opening period action from Fred Rust Arena. It's worth noting Owen Doan skates in the Southern Professional Hockey League. And Rich Jondo, for those of you joining us for the first time, lines in the ECHL and the American Hockey League both. So we've got some high-powered officiating talent here. Speaking of high power, crashing the net was Vecchio, but he was stonewalled by Choi. Buckman protects the right point. This is McManus. Across it goes to Christian, working the left point. He gets the puck in deep again. Vecchio, double team below the cage. Stood up. Kaplan could not clear. Vecchio again. Cross ice pass. Christian lets one rip. It was tipped by Selfie net front, nearly into his own cage. He caught a lucky bounce net front. Here's Vecchio again, top of the circle near his side after Buckman protected the point. Taken away by Wayne, cleared up the left wing boards, and this will come back an icing with 6:07 to go in the opening period of a 0-0 hockey game. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses across America craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. One-timer from Flaherty at the point on target, but Choi had the last word. Flaherty back deep in his own zone. Stretch pass touched by Sharp. Ahead to the accelerating Brendan Stam. In he comes. He gets one away from point-blank range. Choi with the pad save, directing the puck to the opposite side of the zone. 5:45 to go in the opening period. We are tied 0-0 from Fred Rust Arena. Flaherty scrambles for the puck, but he's met by Aleri at the top of the near circle. This is flipped clear by Musari. Recovered over the Blue Hen logo at center by Stam, and he walks in up the left dots. Drop pass to Olensky. Shot from distance, ricochets out of play with 5.5 to go in the first. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch or to place a catering order. Call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Olensky with a long shot from the left half wall, sticked away by Choi. Lipinski keeps the rebound in deep. This rolls off the cap rail behind the cage, around to the near corner of the Georgetown zone where Jack Allieri cannot work this free. It was nearly kept in by Brady Morrow, but he lost the zone momentarily. Musari shovels this up the near side to Pikus, but he's stripped of the puck just inside the Delaware line by Morrow. Quinn, near corner, centering pass, nobody home. Lipinski resets in neutral ice. Off the cross ice, Fleming feed. Advanced by DeMasters. This bounces off the wall. And under the glove of Matt Choi for another pause with 4:19 to go in a scoreless first period. Hard shot from Lipinski off the draw. Off its target. This is pushed the other way by Burnett. Lee to Almeida. Up the middle, Burnett tips the puck toward the cage, but it's wide of the near post. Sean Lipinski able to direct it out of harm's way. Now held on to by Morrow. Morrow dodging a check, couldn't connect with Quinn on the headman pass through neutral ice. Recovering is Kim for the Hoyas. He launches the puck in from center. It is gloved down by Wirtz, recovered by Fleming. Played off the backboards but not out. Almeida holds the point for the Hoyas. Down to the final 3.5 minutes in the first period of a scoreless hockey game. Bystrom foils the Delaware clearing attempt and lobs the puck in close. Fleming couldn't backhand it clear. Almeida again protects the zone for the Hoyas, but this time it is cleared back as far as the Georgetown blue line, and there's Almeida again. Lee back to recover the puck. Lawson turns on the forechecking heat, forces the turnover. Variale with a shot from just inside the line. It was blocked in the mid-slot and cleared by Burnett to the far wall and pushed back up ice. Recovered in the Delaware end by Aiden Getz as we come to the final 3 minutes of the opening period. Still a scoreless deadlock from Fred Rustarina. Good shot from Nicholson. Waffle boarded aside by Choi for his 8th save of the afternoon. Tipped again by Nicholson off a feed from Buckman, but not toward the net. Getz at center red. Rifles this back deep into the Georgetown end. Selfie steadies. Kaplan works up the left wing boards. Getz at center. Gets some help from Nicholson trying to muscle through up the right side, but he couldn't get through traffic at the Georgetown blue line. Here's Variale. And play is whistled dead. Broken stick. The ruling here. And we'll see what Richie Jondo officially calls this at the 17:48 mark of the first period. Our scoreboard camera was knocked off its moorings, so trying to recalibrate it as we go. But I think we're back where we need to be. After some less than observant fans dislodged our scoreboard camera, we're, for now anyway, back in good shape. The Georgetown penalty was assessed to number 23, Landon Wayne. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct, playing with a broken stick. Time of the penalty, 17 minutes, 48 seconds in the first period. Wayne, 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct, playing with a broken stick at 17:48. 85 seconds to go in period number 1. Second Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the evening for the Blue Hens. Working toward the net was Vecchio, but unable to make anything happen in close. Fired clear again. Off a turnover in the slot, steadied by Wirtz. We are down to the final minute of play in the first period. Lipinski, cross-ice pass, unable to reel it in was Quinn. Selfie back checks and fires this over the glass, out of play with 52 to go in opening period action. 38 seconds Remaining on the Delaware Sports Medicine man advantage for the Hens. Our good friend Tim Dominic stopping by the 412 Communications press box. We adore Tim. Always good to hang out with him during hockey season. Tim and I together have done a fair bit of stats tracking for Salesianum, and always a good time to share the press box with one of the brightest minds from the analytical perspective in the game of hockey in the region. 22 seconds to go. Shorthanded breakaway, Phil Pikus. Backhand, he scores. Phil Pikus puts the Hoyas on the board. Three seconds remaining on the penalty. As Pikus gets his third of the season. Please reset the penalty clock for 3 seconds. Georgetown goal, his third of the season, scored by number 33, Phil Pikus. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 44 seconds in the first period. Pikus' third unassisted, a shorthanded goal at 19 minutes, 44 seconds. The score through one period. Georgetown Hoyas 1, Delaware Blue Hens 0. We'll be back after the first intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, Saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. 20 minutes in the books. 1 goal to speak of. And it was this shorthanded chance from Phil Pikus, going coast to coast to get his third of the season with 16 seconds to go in first period play. Stage set for period number 2. Hens forced to play some catch-up after that shorthanded goal against to end the opening frame. Brendan Stam in for the opening draw. And for Georgetown, it will be leading scorer Will Bystrom. Ready for the second period. They're off. Second period could be brought to you, well, by you. Sponsorship opportunities are available for the 24-25 season here on the Delaware Hockey Network. To learn more, drop Mo a note at MJR at 412communications.com. Nearly a second, scrambling for the save was Wirtz, after Bystrom couldn't jam the puck in on the welcome mat. We'll give Wirtz 1 there. 2-on-1 the other way. Stam, Olensky, reaching for the poke check was Choi. Not quite 10 bell saves from both netminders to get the second period started, but that was anything but textbook on both sides of the ice. Delayed offside against Georgetown as Dyer threw the puck from over center, deep into the Delaware end. Tu Hoyas yet a 4 of the line. Sloppy line change for the Georgetown side. Vecchio trying to dance his way past Kim, and in on the doorstep, the shot from Owen McManus, looking for his second of the season. Denied by Choi, and the net was knocked off its moorings 62 seconds into the second period. Here it comes again on the Delaware Sports Medicine instant replay. Cross slot feed to McManus, looking for goal number 2 of the season. Choi crossed over for the save. And the net was kicked off incidentally. Pushing forward off the draw was Vecchio. Drop pass to Flom. Shot was wide. McManus. Vecchio tries to run the gauntlet, but behind the cage, Selfie reached in. On the doorstep was Vecchio. Wraparound backhander denied by Choi, who sealed off the near post. Sean Lipinski did well to protect the zone, but this is cleared by Jay Kim from midway up the near boards in Georgetown territory. Volleyed back, and this will be an icing. 18:26 to go in the second period. Lone goal of the game belongs to Phil Pikus of the Georgetown Hoyas. Face-off will come to the left of Ryan Wirtz, who stopped 6 of 7 in first period action. McManus absorbs a check trying to clear. Puck rifled in from center by Burnett, turned aside by Wirtz for save number 8. Hens get a little bit of breathing room with the delayed offside against Georgetown. Good puck movement from Flom off the far boards to McManus to set up the zone entry. This is launched in by Fleming. Sticked away by Choi, but unable to gather in the rebound for the secondary chance was Vecchio with a wide open net on this side of the rink. Again, McManus clears for the Hens. Volleying the puck back in was Burnett. And Lipinski recovers as the Hoyas change. Still a delayed offside as Epps came in on the Delaware side of the line. Shot was wide the other direction. Vecchio Working the far corner, jammed up by Alieri, who recovers the puck at the base of the Delaware bench and heads a 2-on-2 the other direction before Buckman threw a shoulder at him at center. DeMasters corrals the loose puck in his own zone after Epps pushed play deep into Delaware territory. Quinn bodied down off the puck just above the blue line, pursued by Morrow up the near side. Buckman holds the zone, launches the puck in from the left point. This is caught and held onto by Matt Choi, coming up with 5 rapid-fire saves in the first 3 minutes, 8 seconds of period number 2, keeping the Hens scoreless, but Georgetown's lead is tenuous at best, 1-0 through 23 minutes and 8 seconds of action from Fred Rust Arena. On this Saturday evening, the home opener for the Blue Hens. We've got a man down. Looks like Richie Jondo either bit one or who knows what happens, but Richie looks none the worse for wear. He's a step away from the show, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him there someday. The shot from Almeida was into the pads of Wirtz. Zach Schulman checked down by Buckman off the puck, and Morrow pushes this up the near boards back into neutral ice. Puck is batted out of midair by Michael Buckman at his own line. Advanced to Quinn. He's got a one-on-one. Quinn steered to the near corner by Lee. Circles behind the net. Plays this to Getz, working the right point. Back to Quinny it goes to DeMasters. Puck bounced off the stick of Schulman on its way back toward Quinn. Crossing over was Buckman for the change. Shot in close. Came off the stick of DeMasters. Choi with save number 15. And we're going back into the Georgetown zone after the Hoyas were guilty of an icing. Fresh legs on for the Blue Hens. 16:35. Make that 15:59 to go in period number 2. Attacking zone draw leads to a shot from Flaherty, which was off its target. Variale gives way, stepping up with a hard shot was Ryan Nicholson, but Choi says no siree. Another look at it. Great chance here, lots of open ice for Nicholson to work with. The fourth liner from Red Bank, New Jersey, denied by Choi, who comes up with his 16th save of the evening. Fu unable to clear. Chan pushes this up the near boards. Lawson recovers for Delaware at center, lowers the shoulder and drives his way back into the Georgetown end. Variale pursuing a loose puck, but Selfie clears it back as far as the Delaware blue line plus 15 feet. This is Selfie again. Christian up the middle to Lawson. The shot from Nicholson was on net. Choi with save 17, and we're only 5 minutes into the second period. Christian to Flaherty, cross ice pass for the re-entry up the right side. Karam behind the net to Nicholson. The other 20, Andrew Fu plays a body on Flaherty, and the Hoyas generate a 2-on-2 the other way. Will Bystrom, shot blocked by Christian, taking a knee for that one. Loose puck corralled by Lawson after it was batted back up the near side from behind the Delaware cage. Lawson pulls back, looking for a more deliberate breakout. Draws the forechecker off position. Christian, long stretch pass, unable to reel it in was Nicholson. He chases the puck down under two-ply pressure deep in the Georgetown zone. Stam, Olensky, shot bothered in a congested slot by pressure from Will Bystrom. Lipinski recovers for the Blue Hens, waits for play to be onside. The entry was clean, but delayed as Stam had to wait for Nicholson to head off to the bench. 6 minutes have elapsed in the second period of a 1-0 hockey game. Georgetown leading Delaware from Fred Rust Arena in the Men's Division II Blue Hens home opener. Hens looking to get in the win column after being handed a pair of defeats by the Liberty Flames at LaHaye Ice Center, 8-1 and 5-0 to kick off 2024-25. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Third of the way through the second period, Vecchio gave way to Alieri at center. Fleming leaves this back to Aiden Getz, the sophomore from Monroe Township, New Jersey. Getz to Fleming. Cross ice pass opens the door for Owen McManus to bulldoze his way in up the right wing boards. McManus looking for space. Stick handles in the high slot. Drop pass to Getz, right point. He plays the carom shot in behind the cage to Vecchio, who's double teamed by Lee and Kim in the far corner. McManus pitchforks the puck free, tried to give himself a shot on the doorstep, but it was turned away by Chan. Vecchio couldn't find Fleming high in the zone. This rolls back to the Delaware goal line where Wirtz steadies. Caromed near side, recovered by Burnett. Flom pulls back behind his own cage. Defenseman by trade, but here a second line winger. Couldn't find Vecchio on the breakout. Vecchio plays the body late on Chan as they converge on a loose puck behind the Georgetown goal line. Flom looking for the puck, but Burnett bats it behind the net again. Flaherty digging for the puck far side. Crossing over to support him is Flom. Flom walks the line. Hard shot right into the breadbasket of Matt Choi, and he holds for the break of the action with 12:03 to go in the second period of a 1-0 hockey game. Georgetown still with the advantage. From Fred Rust Arena, Hens starting to get the chances. But Matt Choi coming up with all the answers so far. Just over 8 minutes elapsed in second period action. Another Choi save. And this faceoff comes to his right. Fu digs the puck free. He advances it to Wayne into the Delaware zone. But he was double-teamed trying to cut through the slot, stripped of the puck by Flaherty. Here's Morrow the other way. Shot, no! Choi again! Building his highlight reel here at Fred Rust Arena. Matt Choi coming up with a couple spectacular saves. Aggressively, he steps up here. Cuts down Morrow's angle and slams the door again. We've got 11 and a half to go in the second period. This is Teddy Dyer. Lost his shot lane. He had plenty of momentum barreling into the Delaware zone, and that momentum carried him to the near corner outside the house. Connor Lee stripped of the puck by Morrow. Morrow blew a tire in the far corner, but Buckman holds the right point. He throws the puck in low. It bounces off the backboards, but beyond the reach of Danny Downey. It's taken away by Lee, carried by Dyer beyond center. Zone entry just clean as Pike has held the line. Lee up the left dots. Takes a body from Buckman and then throws him to the ice far corner. Meanwhile, the Hens clear. Icing is waved off by Nate Leon Guerrero. Chan back in his own zone as we near halfway in the second period of a 1-0 hockey game Hoyas coming in looking to give the Blue Hens a third defeat in as many games so far this season. So far, they've got the upper hand in a 1-0 home opener at Fred Rust Arena. Ten minutes and 14 seconds. To go in second period play. And a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill is coming up. We'll see what Richie John Doe's got. Going to officially be called roughing. And our first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the second period is upon us. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Delaware penalty was assessed to number 9, Jake Quinn, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 46 seconds in the second period. Quinn, 2 for roughing at 9:46. Hens limited the Hoyas to 1 shot on their lone power play in the first period. Jay Kim working the far corner. Could not set up point man Anthony Musari. Selfie, Burnett, and Fu are the other 3 on in the first wave of Georgetown's second man advantage of the game. Stam with the aggressive forecheck nearly forced a turnover. Puck tipped by Pikus to Burnett, who accelerates up the right side and in drop pass to Fu. He's hassled at the half wall by Brendan Stam. Flaherty, Vecchio, and Getz, the other 3 Delaware penalty killers, as the Hens again clear at the midpoint of the Quinn penalty. Here's Musari, poke check by Vecchio. Choi's out of the cage, and he swats the puck out of Vecchio's reach, trying for the shorthanded equalizer. Vecchio again gets a shot in at Pikus, who gathers the puck in right in front of the Delaware bench. Pikus with space up the right dots. He accelerates back into Delaware territory. Flaherty swings at him and knocks the puck out of his control. Flaherty clears. Leon Guerrero ducks. And this rolls 200 feet from end to end, chased down by Lawson. Lawson bodied off the biscuit by Alieri in the near corner boards. It is recovered by Musari and worked up to center by Pikus. Thrown off the backboards. Buckman with time and space. He works this clear but not out. It's held in by Alieri just inside the line. Bystrom looking for a shot. He was surrounded by white sweaters from all angles from 30 feet away from the Delaware cage. Quinn's back on. The penalty has expired with 8:08 to go in the second period of a 1-0 hockey game. Georgetown held to 0 shots in that power play. Aggressive play from Stam. Flom couldn't get one past here. Choi with save number 20. Wow. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So, how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your team and your audience. Broadcast to social, print to digital, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between. Even little old Altamont, Illinois. Let's talk about how to get you started. Visit us at 412communications.com today. 7.5 to go in the second period of a 1-0 hockey game. Georgetown limited to just 3 shots here in the second period. Have turned it up on the defensive, largely thanks to Matt Choi, who's been unstoppable between the pipes. 20 shots, 11 of them have come here in the second period, and Matt's had the last word on all of them. Flaherty and Burnett converge in the far corner. This comes back to Burnett via Kim. Trying to work through the slot was Ben Epps, but he bobbled the puck in low under pressure from Christian. They're tied up near side. Christian works free. He backhands the puck as far as center, but beyond the reach of Downey. It's walked back in by Lee, but he's outnumbered on his way into the Delaware zone. He rushes the shot. It was off the back glass. Puck rebounds to the near corner of the Blue Hens end. 6.5 to go in the second period. Donor says no issue here. Play on. Open ice hit on Alieri trying to cut through the slot. He was laid out by Morrow, and the Hens work back to center. Downey hacked out on his way through neutral ice by Almeida. Good stick-on-stick contact there. Ruled acceptable by referee Rich Jondo. Play continues on with the Hens pushed back to their own line. Stam, Christian, across to Flaherty. Met by the reaching stick of Teddy Dyer, who backhands the puck deep into the Delaware end again. We've hit the final 6 of the second period. Hens struggling to get it together. They've managed to get some shots on goal here. They've managed some decent chances. But largely thanks to defensive breakdowns in the Hoyas end, Breakout still having some issues for this Delaware side. And of course, Matt Choi has stamped himself as the #1 star of the game so far with 20 saves on 20 shots. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Hens. DeMasters ahead to Stam, make it 21 for Choi. He slams the door on the Hens again. DeMasters bodied off the puck, battling for the rebound. Stam leaves this to Fleming. Cross ice pass, Olensky one-timer was wide. Back it comes to Stam in the near corner. To DeMasters, laying a shoulder in on him is Selfie behind the net. He's got support from Olensky. This comes high, just inside the line. Getz opens fire, and DeMasters scores! Leighton DeMasters ties it for the Hens. 22nd time a charm. Double L gets the biscuit in the basket, and we're 1-1. DeMasters with his first goal as a Blue Hen. Here it comes again on the replay. It comes off a deflection. Pat Olensky. Working that puck into the slot. And DeMasters burying it in an open net. Choi went low, DeMasters went high, and we've got a brand new hockey game, friends. First goal is a Blue Hen for Double L. And we're all knotted up. Oh, Delaware goal! His first as a Blue Hen. Scored by number 25, Leighton DeMasters. Assisted by number 6, Aiden Getz. And number 18, Pat Olensky. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 53 seconds in the second period. DeMasters, his first as a Blue Hen, from Getz and Olensky at 14:53. And after some net front extracurriculars, the Hens and their big guns have an attacking zone face-off coming up. Vecchio fanned on the puck across from Bystrom. This ruled offside. Lipinski just lost the zone, it appeared. Is that what we've got, or does John Doe have something here? Richie's got something. He's got a slash on Vecchio, so we're going to go all the way back. On to the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Go the Blue Hens. As Vecchio is ruled off for slashing. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Delaware penalty assessed to number 10, Austin Vecchio, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 34 seconds in the second period. Vecchio, 2 for slashing at 15:34. Here's Lawson looking for the go-ahead. No, it was wide. Good defensive pressure from the back-checking Teddy Dyer. And here's Dyer again the other way, 2-on-1. Drop pass to Lee, give and go. The shot from Dyer just missed the near post. Wirtz crossed over to the post to seal off the corner of the net anyway. 3:45 to go. They're getting one through was Bystrom. Pad save for Wirtz. Recording his 10th save on 11 shots. Variale one-on-one, and he comes. Glove save from Matt Choi. Variale almost with a short-handed chance for the Blue Hens. But Matt Choi again. Bouncing back after giving up his only goal of the game. Minute remaining on this Delaware penalty. We will get this back up for you. Vecchio off for another 47 seconds. You can hear one of the men in stripes yelling, "Figure it out, both of you." This was offside. John Doe and Doan, both well versed in verbal game management. Not much in the way of penalties from these guys, but they've got this game well under control. Oh! Buckman lays out Kim behind the Delaware net. Olensky clears, final 10 seconds on the Vecchio penalty. Jamie Selfie to Fu on the breakout. Fu accelerates up the right wing boards. He's angled to the corner by Fleming. Final 2:20 in the second period. We're all tied up at 1. Morrow surrounded by 3 Hoyas. Comes barreling back the other way. He's stripped of the puck by Fu. Played up the left wing boards. Fanned on by Bystrom trying to clear. Getting a body on him was Downey. Quinn and Almeida converge in the near corner, racing for a loose puck. Almeida wrestles down Quinn. Unable to hold the point was Fleming. This puck is pushed by Bystrom back into the Delaware zone. Final 1:50 of the second period. Tied at 1 after Delaware's Leighton DeMasters even the score off the Getz shot and the Olensky setup. Dyer bothered by Quinn. Gets help in the form of Pikus. Shot was wide off the backboards. This sent back into the slot by Bystrom, but cleared out of harm's way. Musari back to his own line. Tries to set up a secondary attack for the Hoyas, but it's foiled in a congested neutral zone. Fleming slams this off the far boards the length of the ice. It is recovered by Musari after icing was waved off. This will come back in icing with 61 seconds to go. No, it won't. This was offside. Is it icing or offside? Looks like an offside pass, as we didn't see Nate Leon Guerrero signal for the icing. Vecchio and Kim line up. Puck is down, and we've entered the final minute of the second period from Fred Rust Arena. Deadlocked, one aside. Long shot from Flaherty. Missed its target by a country mile. Christian takes a body from Alieri, vying for a loose puck at the point. Vecchio didn't hold this in. This comes back offside with 37 seconds to go in the second. Vecchio tried to walk the line, but lost territory only briefly, and as soon as he brought that puck in, we knew we were due a face-off just in front of the Delaware bench. Final half minute of play in the second period. Flom waiting. Vecchio tags back up. After Flom flipped the puck in behind the Georgetown goal, it is recovered by Musari. Final 20. Stretch pass off the near boards. Alieri, bodied by Christian off the path of the puck. It is recovered by Owen McManus. Here comes the Mainer. Up the left dots. He flips the puck off the glass. It rolls behind the Georgetown goal. Chased down by Lee. Taken out of the path of Flaherty. Final seconds of the second period tick away. And we've got some extracurriculars here at the end of the second. We'll see if anything's meted out during the intermission. At the end of two periods, the score Georgetown 1, Delaware 1. We'll be back after the second intermission.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
And back we are at Fred Rust Arena for the beginning of the third period. Delaware and Georgetown deadlocked at 1, and the turkey's on the table for the Hens to kick off the third. They've got a 5-minute power play coming up. More about that momentarily, but the story of this game has been Matt Choi, netminder for the Georgetown Hoyas, coming up with some 10-bell stops on the Blue Hens, taking away 4 of their 5 A-grade chances, but finally 14:53 into the second period. The Hens tied this game back at 1. Aiden gets with a long shot, picking up the puck in the low slot and burying it was Leighton DeMasters. First-year Blue Hen. And we're about ready to go for the third period here at Fred Rust Arena. Again, as mentioned, with the Blue Hens getting a 5-minute power play to start the third period. And off we go. Recapping the penalties at 20 minutes in the second period. Georgetown number 29, Anthony Musari, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Georgetown number 6, Connor Lee, 5 minutes for holding the face mask in a game misconduct. Delaware penalty number 10, Austin Vecchio, 2 minutes for roughing. These penalties all at 20 minutes in the second period. And the first shot of the third goes the way of Matt Choi. So 45 seconds in, the Hens set up shop again. In the Georgetown zone. And a second save coming from Choi. Face-off coming to Choi's right. This is Buckman working the right point. He lets one go from distance, but it's wide. Another shot, another save from Choi. Face-off coming at the near dot. As our scoreboard graphic has decided to cooperate again with us. 80 seconds gone on the major. Working low is DeMasters. Goal scorer tonight for the Blue Hens. This comes high to Lipinski. Back to DeMasters it goes. Flom boxing out for net front position as Buckman bobbles the puck. He turns and shoots. This directed off the skate of Almeida back to the left point, which Buckman hustles to protect. He heads off in exchange for the fresh legs of Pat Flaherty. Coming to the 2-minute mark of the third period. DeMasters. Lipinski long shot. Sticked and gloved down by Choi for another pause in the action with 18:06 to go in the third period. A 1-1 hockey game. 4 rapid-fire saves from Matt Choi in the first minute 54 of this major power play for the Blue Hens. And again, it was Connor Lee getting the gate for holding the face mask in the altercation at the end of the second period. Ripped off Flaherty's helmet and gave him a shot upside the head, and that scrum almost turned melee in the far corner of the Georgetown zone. Play action, Brendan Stam to Downey behind the cage. Stretch pass to Olensky. He gains the zone, but he bobbled the puck momentarily. Had to chase it down at the half wall. Olensky. Back high, this comes to Flaherty. Olensky and Flaherty play give and go along the near boards, but it's taken away by Kaplan nearly. Holding is Quinn. Cross-ice feed. Downey tried to let one rip from the top of the circle, but it was sticked down amid a sea of navy blue and gray sweaters in the low slot. This is Alieri setting up a 2-on-2 the other way. Centering pass, lunging for the puck. was Dyer, but he couldn't reel it in. He lost his footing, and the puck ends up on the stick of Flaherty in the far corner. 3 minutes gone of the third period, minute 50 remaining. And the major assessed Connor Lee at the end of the second. Hens have gotten 4 shots away on this power play, but nothing to show for it as Matt Choi has had all the answers. Olensky. Back to Lipinski. Up the right dots this comes to Owen McManus. He stood up by a pair of Georgetown defenders, bodied into the near glass by Bystrom. Holding at the left point is Buckman. Flom. Back beyond the reach of Buckman this goes. Race on for the puck at center. Chasing it down was Pikus, but Lipinski swatted it back in Delaware's desired direction. They're heading left to right again here in the third period in their home whites. 4 minutes gone in the third period of a 1-1 hockey game. McManus to Buckman. Lipinski steps up, shoots! That one directed wide by Choi for save 27. Here's McManus again, top of the left circle. Cross ice pass to Leighton DeMasters. Up high this goes to Lipinski. He tries to rifle one in from center point, but it's sticked away by Bystrom to the far corner. 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Matt Choi has done more than his share of the heavy lifting. And the Hoyas defensive core has done a good job blocking the pass lanes, deflecting shots, and they have just been absolutely textbook here on this penalty kill. Another block shot as Lipinski was confronted by Bystrom, and he directed that shot off its target. Here's Flaherty off the quick feed. Shot from the top of the left circle. That was blocked too. And the Hoyas are going to come out of this 5-minute penalty unscathed. 15 to go from Fred Rust Arena. We're tied 1-1. Hoyas and Hens. Flom denied by Choi again, but that was wide. Pikus brings this down up the right dots. He comes barreling into the Delaware zone. The reaching stick of Sean Lipinski slows up his progress. Alieri with good puck support. This is recovered by McManus. Here's a 3-on-3 for the Hens. McManus up the left dots. Changes direction. Looking for a lane. He shovels the puck beyond the reach of Chan, but it was stick-checked offline. Nicholson couldn't dodge a check and maintain possession. Alieri trying to stick his way through traffic. Lawson steals the puck, but he can't traverse the slot cleanly. This thrown in from the top of the left circle by Fleming, and it goes into the glove of Matt Choi with 14:08 remaining in regulation at a 1-1 tie, yet unbroken from Fred Rust Arena. Whether you're a competitive athlete, like the gentleman we see on the ice right now, or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. 13:40 to go in the third period. Turnover off the breakout from Nicholson. Here's Nicholson again the other way. He gets the puck as far as the Georgetown blue line this time, but again he gives it away to Selfie. Selfie's pinched to the far corner by the back-checking Brendan Fleming. Doing well to take away his lane there. Nicholson off his backhand, wrists the puck off the left wing boards. Nick Lawson double-teamed on his way into the Georgetown zone. And Musari recovers this. Lawson tries to stay with the puck after being bodied off at an open ice. Cross ice feed to Flaherty. He's got space near side. Centering pass. Fanned on by Downey in the low slot. Unable to hold the zone was Christian. He touches, and this is offside. 12:54 remaining. We're tied at 1 from Fred Rust Arena. Blue Hens are back on home ice on Friday when they host Montclair State in the first half of a home-and-home series next weekend. Game time 6:15 Eastern, 3:15 Pacific. And as per usual, we'll have it all here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Tomorrow we welcome the Philadelphia Little Flyers of the Mid-Atlantic Women's Hockey Association to the Delaware Hockey Network. The U12 AA girls and the U16 AA girls will take on the New Jersey Devils youth program in a Sunday afternoon doubleheader from Premier Orthopedics Iceworks. Quinn leads a 3-on-1. Flaherty fans on the centering pass. And here's Pikus trying to get through forechecking heat. He finds Kim on the breakout. And this is chipped by Downey off the glass, but not out. Pikus holds the zone. Shot from the dot was on target. Wirtz directs it to the far corner. That was the first Georgetown shot of the period. It took them 8 minutes to get there. Granted, the first 5, they had their backs to the wall on the penalty kill, but they did everything they absolutely could to limit Delaware's chances to 0. Great penalty kill, changing the momentum in Georgetown's favor. And an icing will give them an attacking zone faceoff with 11:38 to go. Faceoff spotted to the left of Ryan Wirtz. The Bay State are 11 for 12 between the pipes this evening. Quinn and Bystrom. Puck is down and cleared. No icing here, it was tipped, says linesman Bob Edwards. Hard shot from McManus. Choi with the save, scramble for the puck net front goes Georgetown's way after a second Choi save. And Morrow brings this down to the far corner of his own zone. He caroms it up the near boards to Lipinski. Lipinski scrapping for the puck. Trying to hold it in was McManus, but emerging up the left wing boards is Dyer into a 1-on-2. Lipinski takes the puck from him, circles behind his own net. Lipinski up the middle. Clears the zone, but he gives it away to Musari. McManus tried to out-deke Bystrom, but gave the puck away in the Delaware zone. The setup to the point from Bystrom, though, was equally as errant. And a D-zone turnover from Jamie Selfie opens the door for the Hens' attack to try to get the go-ahead goal as we near midway in the third period. Still tied 1-1, 10:20 to go from Fred Rust Arena. To all of you joining us on the Delaware Hockey Network, glad to have you back with us as Season 9 of the DHN gets underway. And the Hens are going to go to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Bystrom's off for cross-checking. And the turkey's on the table for the Blue Hens to try to break this deadlock. Georgetown penalty assessed to number 8, Will Bystrom, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 55 seconds in the third period. Bystrom, 2 for cross-checking at 9:55. This man, Matt Choi, phenomenal all game for the Hoyas. 31 saves on 32 shots. That being said, A-grade chances have not been commonplace for the Blue Hens. Good puck movement here. Quinn off the centering pass, denied by Choi for save number 32. Olensky Lays a body in on Chan, battling for the puck in the far corner, and he protects for the Blue Hens. 80 seconds left on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Back to Olensky, trailing high in the zone. He cycles to Stam. Flaherty, near half wall. Back high to Brendan Stam, walking the line. Flaherty. Pinched wide by Burnett. Flaherty looking for a passing lane. He's got one to Stam. Around to the other side of the umbrella, and Vecchio with a hard shot off its target, off the corner boards. And this rolls all the way back to the Delaware goal line, where Wirtz steadies with just under 9 minutes to go in regulation. Lipinski pulls behind his own cage. Here is Austin Vecchio. Cutting up the middle and in. Offside, says Nate Leon Guerrero with 8:38 to go. In a 1-1 deadlock from Fred Rust Arena. Bit of a scrappy face-off, and the extracurriculars continue behind the play, as trying to march forward was McManus. This is wristed up ice by Pikus. Recovered by Lipinski deep in his own zone. Stretch pass to Flom. Headman to Owen McManus, who's bullied out of the slot by Musari. Pikus recovers a loose puck in the near corner. He takes a hit from Flom, but he's able to get it clear from deep in Georgetown territory. 8 minutes to go in a 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Matt Choi has been the star of the show, not just for Georgetown, but for this entire game. 32 saves on 33 shots. All we can say is wow. And this shot from Musari skips into the glove of Wirtz for a pause and play with 7:39 to go. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the law office of Heather A. Long is committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule your free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-LONG. That's 302-466-5664, or visit injuryde.com. 7:20 to go. And another one's going. Gets off for a cross-check. And the Hens are headed to the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill for the first time this period. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Delaware penalty was assessed to number 6. Aiden Getz, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 39 seconds in the third period. Getz 2 for cross-checking at 12:39. Another Wirtz save, coming with a minute 31 on the PK. We'll spare you the calibration woes for another day. But when everything is set pregame and someone moves the camera, for our crew behind the scenes to recalibrate our score graphics system on the fly, A lot of hard work on their part, especially while we're live, and they've done a heck of a job. Evie Hill, our videographer. Our production assistant, the stat man, Eli Swope. And, of course, our crew on the opposite coast. Associate executive producer, Molly Jo Rosen. Assistant producer, Broadway Joe Sindoni. A lot of folks who make the Delaware Hockey Network happen night in and night out. Here is Season 9 is underway. 6 to go in the third. 30 seconds to go on the Getz cross-check. Who will break the deadlock? Lawson triple-teamed below the goal. Turns the puck over to Fu. Andrew Fu using Burnett as a screen to gain the Delaware zone. Steered behind the net by the back-checking Fleming. Selfie holds the right point. This comes across beyond the reach of Musari. He gathers the puck and he shoots from distance. Wirtz scrambling for the puck. It's loose in front. And here we go. And we're going to look at that again. As there was definitely some not hockey happening. First shot, a couple of them in from Fu on the doorstep. Wirtz answering every call and getting a little dicey down there, friends. .5:10 remaining. And the faceoff comes to the left of Ryan Wirtz, who is 16 for 17 in the save department by his own right. Solid goaltending on both sides of the ice, and that is the understatement of the week. This is Pikus. Drop pass to Bystrom. Pikus throws this off the post from the corner. And the rebound skips back as far as the Georgetown blue line. Morrow overskates it, trying to drive the puck in deeper. Pikus recovers. Cross-ice feed to the accelerating Ryan Kaplan. He takes a high hit from Jacob Christian right at the Delaware line. Morrow trying to slow it down behind his own goal. Finds Sean Lipinski. Stretch pass to Vecchio up the middle. He splits the wickets. He gets the shot away. And Choi freezes. 4:06 to go. Back and forth, end to end, 1-1. Whew. Is the only thing we can say. Despite being outnumbered on that counterattack, we're thinking that's an A-grade chance for Vecchio. No, B-grade chance. Although it was a reasonable opportunity for the go-ahead. McManus with help from Vecchio in that front. No, neither of them could get a shot away. McManus again. Centering feed, high in the zone, Lipinski. Rather, that was Michael Buckman who threw it in from center point off the back glass. Buckman protects the left point. That shot made it through. Tipped off the fingers of the glove of Matt Choi to the near corner. 3.5 to go in regulation. Delaware and Georgetown, 1 apiece. Buckman swats a bouncing puck in toward the slot. Flom to McManus, double teamed, reaching for it. Selfie wrists the puck away from McManus's reach, and Buckman recovers, hustling back to his own blue line. We've entered the antepenultimate minute of regulation from Fred Rust Arena. 3 to go. Vecchio swarmed by blue sweaters. Flom offering good support, protects the zone. He stick handles to try to get some space from Epps, but he couldn't find DeMasters. Coming back the other way is a 2-on-2, making a 2-on-3 for the Hoyas as Fu is pinched to the far corner and shouldered into the boards by Fleming. Reaching for the puck to try to get it away was DeMasters. Save from Wirtz from close range, denying it looked like Fu with the shot. Fu's follow-up as he loses his footing, skitters into the near corner. Stepping up is Musari to try to battle the puck away from Aiden Getz. Getz swipes this out of harm's way. A save from Wirtz on Fu, and the follow-up too. That shot coming from Wayne was denied by Ryan Wirtz, coming up with saves 18 and 19 as we trickle down to the last 2:10. A puck out of play gives us a stoppage in the action. 2:08, 1-1. And the puck off a Hen's stick went over the glass, so they are not entitled to a change, says referee Owen Doan. And this faceoff's going to come back to the left of Ryan Wirtz, who's putting in the work now after a very light second period in the office. We've got a timeout. Called by Delaware. We're going to take a timeout as well. We will be back momentarily on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight.
Timeout.
It takes
Delaware.
planning. And Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
$128 seconds to go. One hockey game. Face off to the left of Ryan Wirtz. Bystrom and Stam. In for the draw and off we go. DeMasters finding Stam in open ice. Here he comes up the right wing boards and in. 2-on-2. Stam shot! Skipped wide of the far post. He gets his own rebound trailing over to the left half wall. This thrown net front covered by Choi, and we've got a pause. Matt Choi all over the place, slamming the door on Hen's left and right. He does it again for the 36th time tonight with 112 seconds to go. Face-off coming to Choi's right. Bystrom and Stam again. Puck is down. Driving forward off the draw for Delaware is DeMasters. He gets to the puck. Delayed penalty coming up. It will be against the Hoyas. Flaherty working the corner. This to DeMasters, double teamed. Flaherty fans on the puck. He's forced back into the neutral zone to recover. Lipinski gets a shove from Bystrom. Down to the final minute and 25 of regulation. Flaherty gives this up to Pikus. And it's going to be Delaware Sports Medicine power play time for the Blue Hens. As Chan is ruled off. Committed to wellness for athletes of all levels. Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine can be reached at desportsmed.com. .1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. The Georgetown penalty was assessed to number 26, Andrew Chan. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 42 seconds in the third period. Chan, 2 for hooking at 18:42. Delaware penalty, assessed to number 9, Jake Quinn. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes even in the third period. Quinn, 2 for roughing at 19 minutes. Play continues 4-on-4. Vecchio's fast break out of his own zone, foiled by Selfie protecting the point. Gets with time and space after the puck was centered from the far corner by Dyer. Works it up the right, dots and in. Flaherty was bodied down. The shot from Getz was foiled again by Choi. Vecchio. Getz. Rifle in. Bounces off Choi's pass. Lipinski tries to chase down the rebound but couldn't. Final 25 seconds in regulation of a 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. An instant classic to start the season for the Hens. Musari pulls behind his own goal. Almeida up the right wing boards. Pass nearly intercepted by Aiden Getz. Driving in his Alieri. Wraparound chance. Wirtz steals the corner again. And that, friends, will do it for regulation. At the end of regulation, the score, Georgetown Hoyas 1. Delaware Blue Hens 1. Third period shots on goal. Georgetown 10 for a regulation total of 21. Delaware 16 for a regulation total of 39. There will now be a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime. Teams do change ends for the overtime period. We'll begin 3-on-3 with the penalties on the board. When the Georgetown penalty expires, we will be 4-on-3. When the Delaware penalty expires, we will be 4-on-4. At the first stoppage after the Delaware penalty's expiration, we will revert to 3-on-3. Next goal wins. Good luck to both teams in overtime. Even up to start this 5-minute sudden victory overtime from Fred Rust Arena. Face-offs have gone Delaware's way, 44-20. Through the first 60 minutes, scoring chances, 6-2 in Delaware's favor. And we're ready to go for sudden victory overtime. Bob Edwards drops the puck between Stam and Bystrom, and off we go. Again, 3-on-3 to start. Vecchio crashing the net together with Stam. Flaherty's holding back at the blue line. Almeida into a 1-on-2. His shot steered wide by the reaching stick of Pat Flaherty. Stam to Vecchio. 10 seconds remaining before a very brief Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill comes the way of the Hens. It will be all of 18 seconds. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Vecchio waiting for pressure from Bystrom. Now here he comes. He's pickpocketed by Pikus. Pikus all alone. Breakaway. Wirtz says no. Ryan Wirtz slams the door on Pikus on the breakaway off the D-zone turnover. Glove save from Ryan Wirtz. If you like good goaltending, friends, man, this game's been a treat. So with the Quinn penalty having expired, we resume play 3-on-3. Loose puck in front. The shot from Selfie. Right into Wirtz's pads, and this goes into the near netting. 3:39 to go. The 3-on-3 sudden victory overtime. Leighton DeMasters on with McManus and Downey. Dyer, Kim, and Selfie on for the Hoyas. Jay Kim in for the draw, but it was won by the Blue Hens' Leighton DeMasters. Kim drives up the left wing boards. He leaves this back to Selfie at the point. Kim bobbled the puck at the dot. Taken away by McManus. Here's a 1-on-2. McManus' stick lifted from astern by Kim. Trying to track down the puck was Downey. Staying with it is Owen McManus, surrounded by a pair of Hoya defenders. 3:12 to go. Here in this 3-on-3 sudden victory overtime. Hard-fought battle both ways, 1-1. So the Hens get their first point of the season. Headman pass from Kim led to an errant Bystrom shot on the welcome mat. Vecchio could not clear. This puck is swatted wide, chased down by Stam. He forces Pikus into neutral ice. Stam gathers it in the near corner of the Georgetown zone. He circles behind the cage, waiting for the reinforcements to come in. He gives it away to Pikus again. Pikus had the breakaway to start the overtime period. Ryan Wirtz with the glove save to fend him off. 2:25 to go. Pikus swarmed by Stam. Doan jumps out of the way in the near corner. Almeida pressured by Vecchio. Pulls behind his own goal. 2:12 to go. Bystrom gets the breakout pass. You can't do that. Vecchio steps up to apply forechecking heat on Alex Almeida. Almeida retaliates. And he just gave the Hens a Delaware Sports Medicine power play, which will take us nearly the rest of the way through the extra frame. Georgetown penalty was assessed to number 28. Alex Almeida, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes, 53 seconds in overtime. Almeida, 2 for roughing at 2:53 in overtime. Timeout, Georgetown. So the Hens drop their play in the sand. 4-on-3 for the next 2 minutes as they try to put a bow on an overtime thriller from Fred Rust Arena. This is Phil Pikus, again coast to coast, Hauled down by Flaherty. He got the shot away. And another Wirtz save. Ryan Wirtz with 23 stops. Rather, 22 stops on 23 shots. And what's been a battle between two very strong goaltenders today. Stam together with McManus. Shot deflected into the netting. By Matt Choi for save number 39. Attacking zone faceoff goes Vecchio's way. Here's Flaherty getting a shot through traffic. Choi directs the puck to the far corner again. Vecchio barely holds the zone. He's on with DeMasters, McManus, and Flaherty looming net front. Final minute and 12 of the overtime period. Vecchio fans on the puck. This was nearly cleared by Selfie, but Vecchio held it in, but only just. Flaherty pulls the puck to the far corner. This comes to Vecchio working the right dot. Cross slot feed off the far boards. Pat Flaherty looking for the passing lane. Clogging up the slot is Jamie Selfie. Flaherty tries to crash the net. Another save from Matt Choi. Stops play with 42 seconds to go in the overtime. DeMasters stays out with Flom. Apparently we've got an official timeout. Timeout, Georgetown. Or they're electing to use their overtime timeout. Each team gets an additional timeout in overtime. And the Hoyas will use theirs with 42 to go. The Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. 412 Communications. Delaware Sports Medicine. Limestone Pension Associates. And Delaware Trash Can Cleaning. "34 seconds to go in the overtime period. 20 to go on the man advantage for the Hens. Lipinski tries to head man it to Flom, but he was canceled out by a pair of Hoya defenders. 2 years ago, when these teams met on this ice, Matt Choi's netminding forced a shootout, and the Hoyas won. Hens looking for a different result here in their season opener at home. But so far, Choi's been the star of the game with 41 saves. At the end of overtime, the score remains Georgetown 1, Delaware 1. Overtime shots, Georgetown 2 for a game total of 23, Delaware 3 for a game total of 42. We now move to a 3-player shootout. And we'll take you inside the glass. For all the nerves and all the tension of what ultimately will settle the score. Georgetown will shoot first. Number 2, Jack Alieri. Shooting first for Delaware, number 22, Vincenzo Variale. Shooting second for Georgetown, number 8, Will Bystrom. Bystrom with 4 goals so far this season for the Hoyas. And he drills it. Shooting second for Delaware, number 10, Austin Vecchio. Vecchio dekes and he scores! Wirtz must save this shot. Number 33, Phil Pikus for Georgetown. Pikus robbed on a breakaway by Wirtz to begin overtime. Pikus dekes, save. Shooting third for Delaware, number 11, Brendan Stam. Choi ready. Stam to keep the game alive. Save. The final score by virtue of the shootout. Georgetown Hoyas 2. Delaware Blue Hens 1. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Today's number 3 star for the Delaware Blue Hens, scoring his first goal in a Blue Hens sweater, number 25, Leighton DeMasters. Today's second star with the game-winning goal via shootout, number 8, Will Bystrom. And the number 1 star of the game, recording 41 saves for the Georgetown Hoyas, number 35, Matt Choi. So that, friends, will do it for us on the Delaware Hockey Network, as Matt Choi again backstops the Hoyas to a shootout win over the Delaware Blue Hens on home ice. A look at the Picus goal and a couple of Matt Choi's 41 saves will bring us to the end of our broadcast. We'll do it all again Friday as the Hens host Montclair State. For the whole crew, Eli Swope, Evie Hill, MJR, Joe Sindoni, everybody involved behind the scenes. James Witherite saying thanks for your company. We'll see you again soon.